I'm Dr. Wadsworth. I'm a psychiatrist, and there is an unbelievable amount of depression in the world right now. When someone comes to me with depression, the first thing that I do is I try to find out what kind of depression it is. Is it bipolar depression, or is it more of a unipolar depression? If it's a bipolar depression, then meds is what they need. In my experience, I've never been successful in treating someone with bipolar depression without using medication. However, when it comes to unipolar depression, major depressive disorder, I usually will not jump to medications unless it's very severe, or that's what they're requesting specifically. What I'll first assess is aspects of their life. How much sleep are you getting? Do you have good social support? How much food are you eating? Do you have hobbies? Do you have life goals? How do you spend your time? Tell me about your concept of self-worth. What kind of thoughts do you normally entertain? What do you believe about yourself and about the world around you? As I'm going through these questions, I'm trying to figure out if there are things that are preventing them from being able to be happy. You know how hard it is to be happy if you're getting 4 hours of sleep a night? It's impossible. It's so hard to be happy if you're hardly eating at all, or if you're eating garbage all the time. It's hard to be happy if you're not exercising, if you don't have goals, if you don't have hobbies, if you don't have good social support. So I'm not gonna start throwing pills at you if it's impossible for you to be happy. First, let's figure out how to get more than 4 hours of sleep and work on your self-esteem, and then we'll assess whether or not you need medication. Now, the majority of the time, if I can get people to start working on goals, start exercising, start working on their hobbies, start in some cognitive behavioral therapy techniques, they'll oftentimes turn around and they'll come back and they say, I felt better. I don't think I need medication. This doesn't always happen. Sometimes the depression can be really, really severe, but this frequently happens. I use the analogy of making a fire. I say, okay, let's say that you want to make a fire, and you say, I need some new wood, doc. And I hand you some wood, and you go to make the fire, and I see that you're immersing the wood underwater. It doesn't matter how much wood I give you. You cannot make a fire underwater. Failing to exercise, failing to have hobbies, failing to get enough sleep, failing to eat healthy, not having any social support, all of these things are like immersing your life in water and then expecting to be able to build a fire. Now, sometimes people are so depressed that they can't do any of these things, and that's often where I'll use medication. Lots of different medication choices, depending on what their specific symptoms are. I'll choose one that fits, that treats the most symptoms. Both medication and a therapy approach are important. I think that too often, though, people are approaching psychiatry and approaching mental health only with medication. There's so much more that you can do.